Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Lisa with Lisa's Faith and Budget Planning channel. I'm excited to be here today. I'm excited to be here with you getting into my numbers for week 2, the weekly check-in. So it's a shorter check-in. I don't have Wednesday included and Thursday included. I'm going to do a no spend on Thursday, but here today on Wednesday is payday. It's the 15th, and when it falls in the middle of the week, and in order for me to have everything kind of adjusted well, I have to do it a little earlier. And so we're going to do from the 10th through the 14th, and that way all of this can stay in paycheck one time period. I have everything written down here on my little notepad here, and we're just going to check everything off and total up the numbers. So the first thing we have here is grocery household. Everything is over here for grocery household because there is no pink here, and that is the first sticker that I look for. So the first thing I did do a grocery pickup on Sunday instead of Monday because there were lunch items my husband needed, and I just decided to pick them up on Sunday. So that was at $129, and I'm sorry. What am I doing? So we have $129.43 for a grocery pickup at Meijer. Amazon, I have $34.21. My husband and I were low on toothpaste, so we got 3 boxes, a 3-pack from Amazon. That was cheaper than if I bought it at the grocery store. And then I also purchased sleep aids for my husband. He needed more sleep. He gets them every 6 months, I think. So I ordered those 2 combined with $34.21, and I just get it on Amazon and should be here sometime today. Next, I have $91.34. I went in the store to pick up some items. There were some sales on things that I didn't need right away, but I wanted to go ahead and get now so I can have the cheaper price instead of the price I would have paid next week in my pantry. So that is there were things like that. 2 bags of chips are so expensive, like Doritos in the party bag, and I think it was less than $6. And normally it's like $6.50 or something. I don't know. It was like 2 for $9. So for $4.50 for 2 bags, and that is a good discount. So I went ahead and bought those. I also bought a large bottle of vitamins for my sons. They take the same men's vitamin, so I just get a 20 count, and that was $20. And that, not a 20 count, a 200 count for $20. Whew. What is wrong with my math today? And things like that. So I had $20 item, I had a $9 item, I had $11, $12. I think I have the receipt next to me here. Hold on. Yeah, I have it right here. And I also got discount on everything I purchased. Even though it was $90, it was 5% off the entire order, and I used it. So it was my birthday this month, and whenever you go get perks from this particular grocery store through their app, you can use the 5% off. And so I did. Bananas, some chips, crescent rolls, cereal, Doritos, cran raisins. That was kind of pricey, but I had that discount. I like my Olipop tonic. That's flavored tonic water, I guess, but it tastes pretty good. The grape one does. I don't know about the other flavors. Oh, I bought bathroom supplies like Toilet Wand cleaners for the toilets, and fruit bars for snack or treat, and then Raisin Bran cereal. So those are the things I bought, and that's why it was $91.34. So now that I have all of that, I can total these numbers up. All right, that was $254.98. Next, we have restaurants. So we had 3 restaurants. Our normal eating out, which is, put this back up here, Casa Fiesta. My husband wanted to go out to a restaurant, and that's where we went. And then Papa John's, and that was our son's pizza delivery. And then we have over here McDonald's and Subway. This was a busy day, and I didn't have time to really cook. So what I did is my husband and I picked up Subway, and then my sons wanted McDonald's. So they were side by side. We just went through both and picked up what we wanted, and spent a little more on eating out than we planned, but it was just one of those really busy days I felt it was okay to do so. So let's total this up. All right, we have $129.24. I do apologize. I am tired and I do have allergies right now, so I'm struggling with that today. If I sound weird or if I'm not as focused as usual, I do apologize. Miscellaneous, we only had one item. It was $17.07. They were tubes of caulking. We have a spot in front of our house where wasp, and I've talked about wasp problems on this channel quite a bit because it costs a lot of money. And we caulked some of the area to prevent wasps from getting in and out from. And so they are mad. They showed up at our doorbell ring. Actually, it's Vivint. And the camera came on when it popped and they flew up into it. And they didn't seem happy. So I think they were telling us off in this little video. It was hilarious. So they do that every once in a while and get in our doorbell. Next, I have gasoline, which was $52.99. I could have waited till tomorrow to get it and put in the next paycheck period, but I have almost all the cash for spending for both paycheck 1 and paycheck 2 time periods. So it was fine. I had the money, so I went ahead and took care of it the day before. Walgreens, $2.66. That was my son's prescription. We went and picked up his medications. And I think that's it. I do have one bill, and I'll show you this here. $25, Dr. Odell. That was charged to the credit card, and any bills that get charged to the credit card, I do put it on here because all of our spending is on the credit card and I have to pay it back. So I leave the cash sitting in the checking account. I use my card to take care of everything I need with a plan, with a budget right here. And then when I do my weekly check-in, I do a total for the credit card as well. That is what I have here. Okay, I am back. So I have gone ahead and written down what we spent so we can take what we had left in the budget, subtract what we spent, and get the new balance for week 3 of the weekly check-in and what it looks like for the rest of the month. I think we're still okay, but we are cutting it extremely close, and you'll see that in my paycheck to paycheck budget. So we'll see if I go negative or not, or how things will work out. But what I have here, I'm going to go ahead and move this sheet of paper and then move everything. Now we can find out the balances for the budget going into week 3 of the weekly check-in. And we're going to start with grocery household, which had $759.61 left. We're going to subtract the $254.98, and that leaves us with $504.63. Divided by 2, that gives us $250 a week to make it through the week for the next 2 weeks. And I think we can do it. I think we can. So we'll see. I'll work on that one. We have 257.14 minus 129.24, and that is 127.90. Now these check marks here just say I've already paid it before I came on camera, and that's why they're there. I had $100.76 minus the $17.07 in miscellaneous. I try to be conservative in this and not spend it all. It kind of gives me a cushion for the rest of these. But if there are random things I purchase that don't go in grocery, household, or restaurant, in my mind, then the way I think of those categories, then it comes out of miscellaneous. $83.69 is what I have left in there. $118 in gas, and we spent $52.99. I shouldn't need anything until maybe my husband will need some gas, but I shouldn't need anything until the first of the next month when he gets paid on the 30th. So I should have plenty of gas until then. So let's see what we have left. We have $65.01. Next is our copays, and we had $61.82 minus $266. So we have $59.16. There are 2 doctor's appointments next week, and one's mine, one's one of my sons that have copays, and that $50, they're $25 each, so $50. So we might have a little bit left over. I do have to pick up a prescription today, and my son will have a prescription. We might go a little negative on this, but that's fine. We'll put it on the card and then we'll make sure it's paid. It might be a little high, and then sometimes the billing doesn't happen in the month that the appointment happens. So we'll see if it happens this month or next month. So that might help us. So that is what I have in the weekly check-in as far as our balances. This will be the new balance for week 3. If I add these up total for the rest of the month, 127.90 and 504.63. Okay, that leaves us $840.39 for the last 2 weeks of the month. Dividing it by 2, all 6 of these categories. If I don't go over $420 for all 6 of these categories for the week 3 and week 4, we're right in budget. So that is what I have to keep in mind and see if I can keep that as a goal. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Now that I have all this information, I can go over here and grab this again, and we can total up what the week looked like and how much we paid the credit card this week. This includes the bill that happened this month plus all the spending, and we paid the credit card $481.94. So last week it was over $1,000, maybe a couple $1,000 because all the bills happened and all the things. And so this is very small compared to what I normally do in a week, but it also kind of shows me I can stay within that $420 possibly that we have for the rest of the month. Is it 420? I forgot. Whatever it is, divided for the next 2 weeks, I'm pretty sure we'll have enough for the spending that we need for the rest of the month, and everything will be taken care of. I still hope to do approximately $100 debt pay down on my credit card, but we will have to wait and see on that as well. It depends on how much more chiropractic care my husband's going to be doing the rest of this month before we go into next month. So that is the weekly check-in, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of my videos, please subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys next time. Have an amazing and blessed day. Bye.